Check. Finale. That's all she wrote.
It's not only the finale of the spring season, it's also the last episode we're doing here.
Okay, don't make me cry now.
I want to go check, and we're at 80 plus episodes. I think this is our 87th or 88th episode. This is where the podcast started. MFL Total Access. Remember that COVID season where we filmed a little more down there in front of the TV, all cramped up? And a few episodes have been at John's, some at one at Mike Jazz's.
Yep.
You did a few at Jaff's place.
True.
Did you ever do one at your place?
No, never. That was the dream, though.
Maybe we'll get it next season.
Okay.
Because this place won't be available no more.
Damn. Well, we always kick the people out and say,
in the lease agreement, there's an hour a week where we got to install and film a podcast.
For real? Oh, shoot.
It's pretty crazy, no?
Yeah.
What else is crazy is the champions that we crowned this spring season.
6 of them.
Oh, yeah. Do you want to start an order of the day, or do you want to get yours out of the way first and go in the inverse order of the day?
Yeah, let's get D1 out of the way first.
But before that, fall registration is now closed for Montreal.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you to all the teams who registered. We're gonna have, I think, 54 total teams in Montreal this fall season.
Oh wow!
A much bigger Division 2.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But Laval and Brossard are still open. So if you guys want to play on Sunday, let us know, because still taking in full teams and individual registrations. We still have a few spots open for Laval and Brossard. Mm-hmm. We do have that reduced price going on in Laval. It's only $200 for an individual registration or $1,600 for a full team. Okay. Quite the steal, $1,600 for a full team. And if you're playing in Montreal, because you probably are since you're watching the show, you get $100 off your Laval season if you're playing in Montreal this fall season, and you're going to participate in the first Laval season ever.
Wow.
So you get a full 10 games plus maybe playoffs for just $100. It's a pretty good deal.
Who could pass up on that?
Yeah, you're maybe passing up on
that.
Besides that, we got our get-together this Saturday.
Yes.
5 p.m., Champs Bar. We'll be announcing the award winners at 6 p.m.
Nice.
If you are an award winner and present, you get $25 off your next season. So show up. 5 p.m. Champ Sports Bar, and I think the Alouettes are playing that night against the Ticats.
No way.
Yes, sir.
Saturday.
Yeah.
Nice.
So this Saturday, Champs Bar, show up. It's always a fun time.
Yeah, for real. John's cousin always does a solid.
Yeah.
Good guy.
So we start with Division 1.
Yeah.
Got my shirt on.
Div 1.
Got a little custom in the back. I don't know if you noticed.
Oh, my eyes. Shoot. I don't have my MG2 one.
Yeah.
I didn't get one.
You didn't get one?
No.
Why'd you not get one?
There wasn't enough. So the email.
Steve's gonna hook you up?
Yeah, I think so.
Were you the only one that didn't get one from your team?
I think so.
Okay. You took the hit?
Yeah, I guess someone's got to.
The extra small didn't fit you?
No, it did. The extra small didn't. D1.
Yeah. You played a great game, man.
Appreciate that.
You guys had the ball in your hands with under a minute to go.
Yes.
Chance to go and win it. Max made the play of the game.
Yeah.
Although I'd argue there were 2 plays of the game, Max's safety and Vince's pick.
Yes.
In the second half.
Yes.
But honestly, you guys were up 7 points at half. Obviously, I still thought we would win the game, but I was scared. Like, I was saying, holy shit, this game, it's a good game. Like Arnold's could very well be your D1 champions.
Right.
And, you guys put up a great fight. Crazy to think that where you start off the season with just 2 or 3 players.
Yeah.
You had the A teams, the Master Chiefs, the Bush Boys, Outlaws, and you guys just came short by 3 points in this game, right? It was a battle of converts at the end of the day, right? We always say how important those converts are. Mm-hmm. Take away the safety that ended the game, it was a 1-point game, right?
Right, exactly. Yeah, because the safety was that give you guys 2 points. So you guys got a 2-point conversion. We got a 1-point conversion. That was, like you said, that was the difference in the game. It was a fun game. I know
converts are hard to come by, right? And I think it was 18-18 when you guys decided to go for 1 to take the lead, right?
Right.
Because you figured it could just be that 1 point that'll win the game.
Right.
But at the end of the day, you would have went for 2 there. And
who knows?
Yeah, who knows?
Yeah, that's true. I think it's because we were you guys were 0 for 3. We were 0 for, at the time, 0 for 2 on converts. Like you said, they were hard to come by. So I still go for 1, take the lead. We took the lead there. And the big touchdown end of the half to Alexis Ferrand.
Yeah, you guys are already up.
There. Yeah, that put us up by 7. And credit you guys, like you said, plays of the game. Two defensive plays by the Outlaws. I think the the pick from Vince was huge. I kind of did the famous play. Didn't see him coming. He shot it.
He chose a good time to get his first pick of the season.
It was the first.
It was his first. He told me that on the side. I'm like, "There's no way that's your first pick. Like, what the hell?"
Yeah, and it was a beauty. I didn't see him coming. You guys disguised it well. Of course, obviously a game I really wanted to win. I really felt like we deserved it. The guys came up from where we started to where we ended the season, not even knowing if we'd be enough players certain games, and then Chris's injury and him battling through it. Alexi joining us, partway through the season. So it was definitely a fun season, somewhat successful, right, but not fully successful because we wanted that D1 chip for sure. But a really great game by Steve, and was Max was MVP, eh?
Yeah, Max got the MVP.
Yeah, and Max got the MVP. So.
Yeah, and you just make you guys come back hungrier in the fall, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it is confirmed Master Chiefs are not coming back with John in the fall, so you'll get to keep John on the roster to show up whenever you guys need him. And
really?
Mr. and Mrs. Evans, maybe the power of Mr. and Mrs. Evans did not help you guys surpass the Outlaws.
No.
I do guess that I am Mrs. Evans' favorite. That means.
Debatable.
Well, just the fact that she debated who to cheer for between you and John on one side and me on the other shows a lot.
She's being polite.
Like
but,
that,
yeah.
that's an L for you guys.
Yeah, she's being polite.
But credit to them for battling the heat all day.
Yes, it's true, man.
Like seriously, it was a hot day.
Yeah.
Hope they stole a couple of water bottles from Kevin's cooler.
Oh yeah. I know I did.
But yeah, Jonathan Svetna made a huge fourth down grab.
Yes.
In that game as well.
You can argue that was it was early on, but you could argue that was
because I forgot what the score was, but it was either tied or we were down in possession.
Mm-hmm. And it was 4th and
10.
4th and 10.
Yeah. So Outlaws are your champions again. Man, it's been a while we did not say that.
That's true, eh?
Before it was just a normal thing, right?
Yeah. Outlaws win. Any news for Outlaws in the upcoming season?
It's gonna be a very different team.
Okay.
A very, very different team.
Okay.
Yeah. They debated changing the name. That's how different the team is going to be.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I guess we'll wait and see.
Division 2?
Div 2.
So initially we saw KLB was missing 2 players. And man, did they put up a fight considering they only had 4 roster players, right? Jonathan Plot's a baller. No doubt about that.
Yes.
Hopefully they have a full stack of team players to field their team in the fall because they're going to be a dangerous team in Division 1. In the first half, your MVP was Adam Rudick, getting 4 sacks in that game.
Yeah.
And most of them came in like really, really key situations, right? Let me quickly look at the play-by-play.
Well, he got
one on second down. He got back-to-back on second and third down, forcing them to punt.
Forcing the punt, yeah.
And then he got another one on second down for 7 yards right before Joey Nataro's interception.
Right.
So,
and like the sack on second and third is like a pick, right?
Yeah.
He's forcing KLB to punt. We didn't end up scoring the drive they punted on, but still we stole possession.
What did you guys do on that drive?
I think we went 4 and out.
Oh.
Yeah, it was 4th
and that was the only
1.
punt of the game. It was 4th and 2.
Yeah, 4th and 2 went for it, didn't get it. It was
a
close one.
You guys didn't get it, but then they also threw a pick on the ensuing drive.
Oh, that was to Joey.
Yeah.
That was a crazy pick.
So it was like in your red zone?
It was almost in the red zone. I think it was just in front of the red zone. Yeah.
Dylan balled out in this game, 11 catches for 87 yards, a touchdown.
Yes.
Laurent getting 2 big 2-point converts in this one, going along with his 9 receptions.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone got a catch in this game.
Yeah.
Almost everyone got a stat on defense. I think this is a great team win all around. Like, Respect were clearly throughout the 10-game regular season the best team in Division 2. I think there's no doubt about that. Obviously, secure Pocket Rockets, KLB. Anyone could have won that fight given there was one game. But Respect did get the job done. I did not think it would be... I did predict KLB in the upset, but that was before knowing they'd only be 4 players, right? They're missing a couple of their big key guys here.
Yeah.
So very respectable score line and the fight they put up here.
Yeah, like when we saw looking for 2 subs, we never ever thought against a team like KLB we had it in the bag type of thing. But we thought that we were favorites and even heavier favorites. But they got two good subs, right? That's key. And they performed in the game, like you said. Plot managed the game very well. You don't really talk about quarterback often. Managing the game. I don't really necessarily like that term, but I think he managed the game very, very well. Kept it close. They had a chance to take the lead. were unable to do so. Our defense, did its job, and it was a fun game and closer than you'd think it would be, considering the pieces that KOB were missing in this game. Steve, another great game. He got the MVP in this one.
Yeah.
Could have been, like you said, could have been Dylan, could have been Rudik in this one too.
Yeah.
I think it's definitely the most sacks Rudik's had in the game this season, maybe even ever. So way to come up clutch for him.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
And happy to say that Division 2 will have 11 teams next season, not just 4.
Wow, damn.
So for those teams returning or going up to Division 2, don't worry about that.
Nice.
We fixed the problem there.
Nice.
And it should be a pretty competitive Division 2 as well. I know Rudik didn't rush full-time all season, but he had 4 sacks on the season and 4 in the finals.
Well, there you go.
Division 3, Bin are your D3 champions.
They just win.
Oh, yeah. That's, I think, their 4th championship.
Yeah.
Talking about like Steve also has, I think it's his 52nd with his 2 this past Saturday. But GF Roland Leclerc clutching up 5 touchdowns, 0 interceptions. Whenever he throws 0 interceptions in that championship game, and he's done it once before, I believe in his previous D4 championship, you know that you're putting your team in a very, very good chance, especially scoring 5 touchdowns, guaranteeing at least 30 points. Look, the Sooners 45 team who were missing Diego, the heart and soul of that team, right? Like arguably their MVP, one of the past MVP in the MFL. Kudos to them making it to the finals without him and putting up a fight, right? We know this team had a great defense, and they definitely fought hard in this one, right?
It's not easy, right, when you're missing the guy that's the heart and soul of your team, but heart and soul is a way to describe it, but he's also like the quarterback, right? Like a guy that plays the most important position on the team. I'm not sure how much defense he plays for the Sooners, but I know he is a good defender, so also losing a defender there. But tough for Elijah to come in the semifinals, get a victory there. In this one, Ben just have a really good defense. Arguably, we talk about like defenses in Division 3, and I think you got to say this was the best defense in all Division 3.
I think it's easy. There were a lot of good offenses. They were one of them, but arguably, the defense hands down the best one. And to answer your question, how much does Diego play? I don't know if he plays much on defense, but enough to lead the team in interceptions with 5 on the season.
There you go. It's a big piece to lose on offense and on defense too.
Yeah. Thomas Côté-Parent leading the way with 6 receptions on this one, and Mathieu Roy-Kessy getting 2 touchdowns. Both those guys, including GF, were in contention for the MVP there. It went to Simon Baudouin, who got 2 key interceptions on defense.
Yes. Yeah.
That kind of turned the game around there. Both of Elijah's picks went to into Simon's hands. But literally, just like respect and many other championships, this was clearly a team win. Like Simon got the nod there, but like I mentioned, Thomas, GF, Mathieu, even the depth on this team with Michael, David, and Jean-Simon, Albert on defense. Like this was a true team victory, and it's nice to see this team improving and moving up divisions with the same core guys. It's not as if they went to go get this player there or that player there, right?
True.
They're improving all together, rallying around their quarterback, and I'm really interested to see how they're going to perform in Division 2.
I'm excited. Honestly, I'm not. You talk about teams you're kind of maybe quote unquote worried about, in the sense that will they be able to make the jump? I'm not worried about this team. I'm not worried about this team at all. I think they're going to be a playoff team. We'll have to see 11, so maybe 8 make the playoffs.
I think it's
7.
7.
Okay.
I'd have to check, but I think it's 7 out of 11.
I'd be surprised if they're not a playoff team.
7 out of 11 makes more sense, no?
8's kind of cooler, but yeah, 7. It's like the AFC.
7's
NFC.
much cooler because you get the ones he gets by.
Yeah, true. Okay, so I guess it'll be 7, but either way, I think they're making the playoffs.
Yeah, Villains might want 8 because they finished 8th and upset the 1 seed, right, in the D3 this year.
There you go. Huge win by Ben, and we talked about it being like really a coin toss between a bunch of different teams, and they were always in contention. Yeah,
I think D3 preseason was the division with the most eligible teams to win that championship. Like I think out of the 13 teams, all 13 of them you could have made the argument that they could have been your Division 3 champions, right?
Yep.
A good hard 8 of them, like literally every playoff team, and it just goes to show that Villains finished 8th, they defeated the number 1 seed. There were a few upsets along the way, so Division 3 was your hardest division to win.
Yep.
And Ben had that trio of D4 championships. They have their Binet team moving to D4, so maybe they'll get a 4th win for that franchise.
Man, I gotta take a little break now.
Yeah, seriously. They usually win in the fall, though, I think. I think it's the first spring championship for them.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. Mixing things up.
Mixing it up a bit, eh?
Okay, I like that.
Yeah, all 3 of their D4 championships are in the fall.
Okay.
So speaking of D4, Tropic Thunder, Les Bouchers, Rob Boyd being your D4 MVP. Are you surprised with the way this game turned out and how one-sided it was?
Yes. I did think... I believe both of us picked Tropic Thunder in the victory. I did...
Look, we weren't sure Boucher had enough players to show up, so I don't know what kind of strings Lucas pulled, but I know that it was a very intense week of getting his players to the game.
That's tough.
So already that was good because we hate forfeits.
Yes, especially when it comes to championship game.
Yeah.
But like Baby Maynard played in this game, so they did have one of their star players.
Yeah.
But against a team like Tropic Thunder that was rolling from the start of the season to the end, it just wasn't enough. And watching this game, it was easier than I thought it would be for this offense to get rolling. 38 points, I did maybe expect around 30-ish points. But just the way Rob was moving down the field in this one. On the defense for Tropic Thunder played complimentary football. Unfortunately, it wasn't really a close game, and it wasn't one that was in contention from start to finish.
Yeah.
And the score dictates that.
TSN turning point. I don't know if you had want to get coffee at that point, but Tropic Thunder, the score was 6-6. Very slow first half, considering they scored 38 points.
That's true.
Tropic Thunder scored with 30 seconds to take a 6-point lead going into halftime.
Mm-hmm.
But Boucher, no, they're not getting the ball. They gotta push it forward, right, with 30 seconds remaining in that half. Unfortunately, throw an interception, but Connor Martin comes up huge with that pick.
Yes.
I don't think Lucas saw him getting that huge interception with 13 seconds remaining, and Rob Boyd pushes it into Michael Jandala on the last play of the game, and then Connor coming up big with the 1-point convert to take a 13-point lead at that point, going into halftime instead of a 6-point lead,
right,
and getting ball to start. Obviously, they scored, and so Boucher were down 6 points prior to that interception with 30 seconds left. They get the ball back. They didn't touch it, and since that interception, they're down 20 points. It's crazy that was a 13-point swing right there. It was like a triple dip, basically. We talk about that double dip scoring at the last play of the half, first play of the second half. That was a triple dip right there that they managed to do.
And I don't really mind the aggressiveness from Boucher. You're playing defense to start the second half. You're down. You want it to at least be tied. I didn't end up seeing the interception. I knew it was checking the play-by-play. I heard it was a nice play by Connor, and it happens.
Yeah. Congrats to this team. Congrats to Rob quarterbacking this team, and Stu putting this team together.
Yep.
Team win across the board. This team's moving up to Division 3. They're even ready to move up to Division 2 if we wanted them to.
I like it.
Interesting to see how they're gonna play in Division 3.
And this was from was it Power Conference? The Tropic Thunder was in the Power Conference, I believe.
Look.
I'm pretty sure. Remember taking a mention.
It was.
There you go.
You're D4 champions coming from the Power Conference, William Power. Or flying by these divisions, just one game. Cool. Division 5.
We didn't always do an end of season.
I think we did the last few times.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But we need to do a closing show for the condo, right?
Of course.
So you didn't shed a tear yet, eh?
No, I'm holding back, trust.
Nothing but these slot machines. So we spoke about how it's rare that a team it's happened before that a team has went undefeated and won the championship, right? But I believe it's the first time that a team goes 13-0. I have to double check this, but the last times that a team went 10-0 and won the championship, they only played 2 playoff games. Okay. And I know in my case, when we won with honor game in the winter season, it was the case. We were 12-0. This team went 13-0, so it could be the single best MFL season ever. Going 13-0. And you know how hard it is in those higher divisions when there's fewer teams to have 3 playoff games, right? You have to have at least 8 teams making the playoffs to guarantee yourself having 3 playoff games. Division 4 could have had a 14-0 team because some of them played 4 games in the playoffs. But Slot Machine, your D5 champions, undefeated champions, going 13-0. I'm glad they're coming back for the fall in Division 4. Nothing but D also coming back in Division 4. Look, they put up a good fight in this game. They were down 13-0, managed to make it 13-12 right before half, and even take the lead on a pick 6 by Geoffroy Junier to start the second half. They were up 5 points in this game. Slot Machine clawing back, and then with 10 minutes remaining, scored 2 unanswered, getting the converts. Eric coming up huge in this game. I feel anytime Giovanni was not sure what to do or in trouble, he's like, okay, Eric, fly. and he just threw it deep to him, and he got past the defense, was for 5 touchdowns, your Division 5 MVP. There, it could have also went to Giovanni, playing almost a flawless game, minus that pick 6. Also getting, he got a huge pick on defense as well. Eric got 2. One to close out the game at the end of it. You saw most of this game, right?
I did, and honestly, I was impressed with Nothing But D. They kept it close. They had a really nice touchdown. I forget it was early in or late in the second half. It was double teamed. One of the receivers caught the ball, was able to make 2 guys miss and ran in the end zone.
I think it was Christopher Giovanni.
Yeah, exactly, and like that.
He caught a pretty deep ball.
For Nothing But D.
Yeah,
exactly. Yeah, and then was able to make a few defenders miss, ran it in there, and I was like, well, this is going to be a pretty good game. And honestly, it was. Like you said, Nothing But D took the lead. But it's veteran leadership and slot machine. That you're able to stay calm, cool, and collected, which is not that easy. When you're winning games left and right by 20 points, 25, and then you go down. Especially in the second half of a game, but they were able to keep calm, cool, and they pushed through.
It must have probably been one of the first times they were down in a game all season long, and the same could be said of Nothing But D. They were down 13-0 10 minutes in, and they showed fight and scored 18 unanswered points to come back. Right, it's very easy, especially for a Division 5 team, to just give up and say like, okay, well, we participated, they're the best team in the league, let's give up. Scoring 3 straight touchdowns at that point, so. Maybe a little rivalry brewing up here. I'm glad to see both teams are going to face off in Division 4 next season.
True.
Let's see what happens there.
Yep. Good. Always have a little friendly rivalry. Because they played some good games against each other during
They're always friendly when they're in the MFL, right?
Yeah, of course.
I don't think they played a good games in the regular season. That was the 34-2. Women's division.
Yeah.
We got our first ever women's champions, and it's the Tigres. What a game this was. Came down to the wire. Literally the last play on the convert there. Des Drapeau took a 6-0 lead. They were... it was very, very slow start, right? I think it was... how many straight punts did we have in this game? Let me look that up. There were 6 punts to start off the game. It was as if they're playing ping pong. Look, neither quarterback throwing for over 100 yards. Paula in this game... doing what she did, and Edna getting a pick 6, 2 picks on the game here. Paula also getting a huge pick before scoring the go ahead touchdown.
I think it was like a mixture of nerves, good defense. It seemed like both teams seemed a little bit nervous to start the game. But the cool thing was, I don't know, you probably noticed, but they were there quite early, even before us. So who knows how early they got there? But
they really set up the field. Yeah,
true. It makes sense. It's your finals. Get a little nervous to start the game. But I think credit both teams and their leadership is you're not going to necessarily force it, right? They could have went for it on 4th down, tried to make something when something wasn't there. But the idea of punt, I don't really like punts, but sometimes you got to punt and it showed that both teams did a great job at punting, considering how close a game it was.
I would have loved to see a best 2 out of 3 in this one. Both teams are so evenly matched.
Yeah.
If they play 10 games, I think it goes 5-5. Both teams are coming back this fall, so I think we do have our top 2 favorites. We'll see for the women's division in the fall season if Tigres could repeat or if Des Drapeau could be our champions there.
It was a defensive affair.
This
one. And talk about how big converts are, right?
Yeah.
I believe it was a double quarterback.
Yes.
For Tigres, that was to put them up 7-6, I think.
Yeah.
Because it was 6-6, and it was a pick 6 their first score, I think, eh?
Exactly.
Yeah. And the double quarterback.
On the first play of the second half.
So second half with a big punch.
Yeah.
Fans were good in that game.
Oh yeah, from both teams.
Yeah. It was it was exciting.
So this is probably our shortest episode.
Yeah, for real.
Ever.
Hope you enjoyed, nonetheless.
Yeah. Hope you're coming back in the fall. If not, hope to see you this Saturday at our get together. Those MFL get togethers are always fun. Recruiting happens there for the final pieces of teams.
It's true, it does. 5 o'clock, you said.
5 o'clock.
Nice.
Champ Sports Bar on Saint Laurent Boulevard.
Nice.
John's cousin, brother, and father own the place.
Yep.
Same person.
Yeah. We always had good times there.
Yeah.
Or like you do Uber Eats because you can't bring bring food, but like
they allow you to bring food because they don't
Yeah.
serve food. They have a bunch of drinks there.
Mm-hmm.
Fall registrations are still open for Laval and Brossard. Let us know if you're interested in any of that.
I think that's about it.
That it?
Yeah. Be there, be square.
Thank you for watching.
Yep. Congrats to our winners.
Yeah, congrats to our 6 champions, our 6 playoff MVPs. Anything you want us to do to improve next season, let us know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Always room for improvement. And like you said, we're announcing the winners 6 o'clock.
Yeah, 6 o'clock Saturday. We'll announce the winners. It'll probably be up on Facebook on Sunday or Monday for those who are not there, or maybe even longer. So maybe you should just show up to find out who won.
Me as well.
Any other important announcements?
I think we're good.
Yeah.
Nice.
Well, great season, Crack.
Yes, thank you. Good stuff. Great season. Say bye to this place. We should have tear right now. We'll close the camera soon because I can feel it coming.
All right, see you guys Saturday, and if not, see you next in the upcoming fall season.
Be there, be square.